velvet revenge on the royal family. That's what they'd call this dress years later. One dance, and Diana's marriage destroyed. But how can an outfit unravel everything? What lay hidden beneath that velvet? Why did the royal family strike back after that single evening? Diana danced, cameras flashed, and then began something that would break her forever. The dress meant to bring glory became a curse. The dance that captivated the world revealed a crumbling marriage. The revenge proved more terrible than anyone imagined. But the real reason this dress changed everything will shock you more than the scandal itself. It all started with one woman who decided being a princess was far too boring. 1985. The White House. An evening meant to be just another formal event with handshakes and polite smiles. But no one could predict that this very night would birth a legend. Picture this: a grand ballroom, hundreds of eyes, cameras at the ready. And her, a British princess who came not simply to attend. She came to shatter every expectation of what a royal should be. Beside her, a Hollywood icon, a man everyone knew, John Travolta, a star, a legend of the dance floor, and between them, a moment that would freeze time. Protocol said one thing, hearts whispered another, and when he extended his hand, inviting her to dance, the world held its breath. Because this wasn't just a dance. This was a challenge to every rule, every expectation, everything meant to keep her in a gilded cage of titles. But to understand the truth, we need to go back to what she wore that evening. Now, about the dress that became a weapon, deep midnight velvet. Not simply blue, the color of a stormy ocean, the color of sky before dawn, the color of mystery impossible to unravel. Fabric so luxurious it commanded power by itself. Velvet forgives nothing. It either elevates or destroys. And that evening, it elevated. Bare shoulders, seemingly just a detail. But what a detail! In a world where royals hid behind high collars and long sleeves, this was an act of revolution. This was a declaration. I'm not afraid to be a woman. I'm not afraid to be desired. I'm not here to disappear against the drapes. The silhouette, flawless. Fitted but never vulgar. Elegant but never dull. The dress fit as though born with her. Every curve, every line working for the image. This wasn't simply clothing. This was armor made of beauty. Behind this masterpiece stood Victor Edelstein, a designer who understood the essential truth. Diana needed no embellishments. She needed a weapon. And he created it. A dress without a single unnecessary detail, without flashy elements. Only fabric, cut, and confidence. Sometimes that's more than enough. And there she enters the ballroom. Velvet flowing, shoulders bare, gaze unwavering. In that instant, everyone understood. Princess only by title. In essence, a star. But that's not everything. The real turning point came later, when the music began. John Travolta approaches. Doesn't ask protocol's permission, doesn't wait for a signal from the royal entourage, simply extends his hand. And in this gesture, everything. Equality, recognition, a challenge to convention. He sees not a title, he sees a woman who deserves this dance. She takes his hand, and the world explodes in camera flashes. They begin to move. Velvet catches the spotlight. Bare shoulders shine under the lens. The dress silhouette creates lines impossible to forget. She dances not as a princess bound by rules. She dances as a person who's finally earned the right to be herself. Travolta leads, Diana follows. But in every movement, you feel her strength. She's no puppet in her partner's hands. She's an equal participant in this magic. Cameras click wildly. Journalists forget to take notes. Guests freeze with glasses in hand. Because something greater than a dance is happening. An icon is being born. Photographs fly around the planet at lightning speed. By morning, the dance is known in London, Paris, Tokyo, Sydney. Newspapers print with her image on the front page. Television channels replay the footage again and again. The world cannot get enough. And every frame shouts one thing: charisma impossible to hide beneath a crown. Magnetism needing no permission. Power that lives within, not in a title. Diana stopped being simply a prince's wife. That night she became a phenomenon, international, beyond borders and protocols. And then something interesting happened. Behind every fairy tale hides a price few are willing to pay. The morning after triumph brought not only enthusiastic headlines, it brought whispers. Those very whispers that crawl through palace corridors and seep through mansion walls. Too much attention, some said. Too bright, others shook their heads. A star outside her marriage, still others sneered. The dress proved too loud for those accustomed to silence. The dance, too free for those living in cages of convention. The smile, too genuine for those who'd worn masks for decades. The press went wild. Every movement of Diana's now examined under a magnifying glass. Every man's glance in her direction became grounds for an article. Every smile, proof of improper behavior. The velvet dress suddenly transformed into a symbol of danger. Not for her, for the system. Envious stares cut deeper than knives. Wives watched with suspicion. What if their husbands also noticed this charisma? Courtiers whispered, "Hasn't she forgotten her place?" Even in Hollywood, some stars felt a sting. A princess invaded their territory, and invaded as a conqueror. Diana became competition, not only to women in her circle, but to professional beauties who'd spent years building their image. She did it in one evening, in one dress, with one dance. Rumors multiplied. They said she received letters from men worldwide. Claimed that after that evening she became too self-assured, accused her of overshadowing the prince himself. And some whispered, should a princess dance like that? The outfit that brought her fame became the start of isolation. Because the world doesn't forgive women their success, especially when that success comes without permission. And here appears a new heroine in this story, Diana herself, who understands. There's no going back. The most important part lay ahead, and she knew it. That evening at the White House changed everything. Not because she danced with a movie star, not because she wore a stunning dress, but because for the first time in a long while, she felt her true power. The power to be herself. The power to influence not through title, but through personality. The Travolta dress became a point of no return. After it, Diana could no longer hide in protocol's shadow. She understood. Her weapon wasn't royal blood. Her weapon was the ability to be alive in a world of wax figures. Records from that time show how her approach to fashion changed. She became bolder, more experimental. Every appearance transformed into a statement. Every dress, a message. She learned to speak through fabrics and silhouettes what she couldn't say aloud, surrounded by royal advisors. The velvet dress rewrote the rules of the game. Before her, royals dressed to conform. After her, to stand out. Before her, fashion was duty. After her, a tool of power. Now the Travolta dress sits in a museum, behind glass, under guard. But its energy still lives, it still inspires, still makes those who see it in person freeze, because this isn't simply a dress. This is courage made tangible. The lesson it teaches is simple and complex at once. Sometimes one perfect appearance is worth 1,000 proper ones. Sometimes one moment of real life matters more than years of obedient existence. Sometimes velvet, confidence, and readiness to break the rules are enough. Diana came to that evening as a princess, titled but invisible, danced as a star, bright and free, left as a legend, immortal and untamed. And the dress? The dress simply did its job, gave her wings, showed the world who she truly was, and forever remained a symbol that beauty isn't about appearance. Beauty is about the courage to be yourself when the whole world demands you be someone else. So ends the story of one dress and one dance. But begins the legend of a woman who proved sometimes one evening is enough to change everything. Forever. The truth proved far more complex. The dress didn't destroy the marriage. It simply showed the world the real Diana. Velvet revenge? No. This was her courage to be herself in a world demanding obedience. One dance destroyed nothing. It merely exposed what was already cracking at the seams. The royal family struck back not for the outfit, but for the freedom Diana dared to claim. Isn't it remarkable how one evening can change everything? If this story moved you, leave your thoughts below, support the channel with a subscription, and don't forget notifications. So many more outfits ahead, hiding fates and secrets behind them. Until we meet again with history.